Hey, Keith Eneix here with Fannit Marketing Services. What does it look like to hire an SEO expert? Today I want to be talking about that with you so that you can understand what an SEO expert actually does to get you rankings. No, it's not witchcraft. It's actually a very specific set of items that they have to take care of to be able to get you rank higher in that Google map listing or that organic result. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. I'm going to dive over to my screen right now so you can look with me. First off, let's take a look at what the search engine results page looks like. So as you can see here, I've got the keyword landscaping company near me right up here. And we can see that there are some results. So first off, we have Google Local Services. And then we have the sponsored listing, which I really like Google Local Services. And this is the Google paid search results. And then you have the beginning of what an SEO does, and that is get you into the Google map listings. This is also called the snack pack. You got 3 listings that show up. Sometimes only 1 shows up. That's actually really nice if you can do that. But 3 listings will show up, and you're trying to get somewhere in at least the first 3 to start, eventually the first position. So the click-through rate is very high in this position, much higher than the organic down here. But this is the first place that an SEO tries to get you in as a local service landscaping company. All right, so here we have the organic listings. This is also a very important position because it does affect this position up here. So the second thing that you also work on are content related items that get your website to rank higher in organic listings so that you become more relevant so you can rank better up here. Well, how do you make that happen? Okay, so this is where we're going to dive into some of those details now that you understand where an SEO works. Okay, so the thing that we focus on is this acronym called TRAP. T-R-A-P, Technical Relevancy, Authority, and Popularity. It's just an easy way for us to explain how we do our work so that our clients can understand that what we do is pretty straightforward. It's just a lot of work that you have to do, and you have to change constantly because not only our search engine algorithms changing, but also competitors are changing as well because they're trying to be competitive, and then we have to be more competitive than them. And I'll kind of explain how that works here in just a sec. So first off, let's look at technical. What does that mean? Well, you need your website to be indexable. Indexable just means that Google can actually crawl your website. If you have a website that's up that is not indexable, you will never be seen in the organic listings here. Google will never know that you exist. You're just a fancy sign in the desert. You also want to make sure you don't have any internal errors. Internal errors are things that stop those crawlers from actually going through your website. So an SEO is supposed to look at those and fix those on your website. You also want to make sure you have a blazing fast website. Google doesn't like to spend a lot of time crawling people's websites. They have a lot to crawl. And so you want to make sure that you make it very easy for them so they crawl your website and don't jump off your website onto a competitor's website. Make sure you have a fast website. Relevancy is R. What does that mean? Well, it's really research. Research on keywords. Keywords are the key to unlocking your ability to actually understand how to rank your website, show up in the search results, and then somebody clicks on it, that's your target market, and then blah, blah, blah. Okay, so first thing you're gonna do is persona research. What are your customers searching? Make sure you understand that. Okay, are we doing project related work or are we doing just maintenance type of work? Maybe we're doing both of those. If you are a project company and you don't do maintenance, you don't want to show up for things like mowing lawns and so on. You want to show up for maybe retaining walls or pavers or yard transformations type keywords. And so that's your persona you're going to focus on. We look at competitors to see how much content they have because we want to make sure our website can be competitive and see what type of keywords they're using too, because that can help actually in the keyword research process. Then we take it to our software and we start looking at, okay, what are the search volumes on these keywords? Because if we can figure out search volume, then we can start reverse engineering how many leads you're going to get and how SEO is going to be a really good investment for you. From there, we get an idea of how much content we need. And content is the absolute bedrock of any SEO campaign. So you create a content index or a content map. When we use Google Sheets for this, we basically create a whole map of all the different types of content you need based upon what competitors have for content and also what we find in keywords. And then we have to write that content, research, write, and post that content. So we'll write and make sure that it is also competitive itself. So not only do you have competitive website in general, but that goes all the way down to the individual articles. Each article has to be competitive against the other articles. And that's in the length and also the keyword density of that article and the flow of that article so that people are pleased when they actually read it, and the title of that article. All those things affect how competitive that article can be. And then we have to do proper on-site internal linking, or stacking the relevancy signals with proper internal linking. That's just kind of a fancy way of saying on-site optimization. So you want to make sure, for instance, that if you're trying to rank one page for landscaping, that you don't have anchor text. Anchor text are those little links on your website, right? You don't have that text going to one page that says landscaping and then another page that says landscaping. That's called cannibalization. You only want any anchor text that say landscaping to go to the page landscaping. That tells Google, hey, in my library, this is the most important, book or page that is specifically on the topic of the landscaping. So make sure and rank that page for it so you don't confuse Google. That's part of our research that we have to do when we look at a client's website and potential problems. Is we got to make sure their internal linking is correct. We got to make sure they don't have any errors on their website and no cannibalization is happening. So it's super clear to Google when Google walks into your library, oh, there's the section for this topic. Oh, there's a section for that topic. And then when they look in the section at the specific books, they're organized correctly in there. And you do that by the internal linking process. All right, the next is authority. Authority is another way with off-site websites that they can link back to you with proper anchor text as well, because it's the same exact idea to the page that is supposed to rank for that specific topic. So backlink outreach would be reaching out to another webmaster and saying, hey, here's a really quality article, educational article, that is all about landscaping, and would you link back to this? And then they say, great, that's a nice article, I'll link back to this. That's a very simple version of the backlink outreach process. So that's one way you can get backlinks. Another one is through HARO outreach, which we really like. You can reach out to reporters and just put a mention of that business into articles that are being updated. And so the way we would do that is we would say, hey, this owner has this little news mention about the industry. Could you put that in an article with, say, 5 other people who are talking about the same thing or in the similar industry? And then they will do that and then link back to your website with your brand name. So you can't really control anchor text on HARO outreach. You can only do that with backlink outreach. And then there's other types of backlinks you can do, like citations for local SEO and things like that. But those are the two main big things that we focus on here at Fannit in building authority for backlink outreach. And then the final thing in TRAP is P, popularity. Press release distribution is a really good example of that, because when you push out a press release, Google sees all of those backlinks that automatically happen from hundreds of news websites picking you up and saying, they say, Google specifically, says, oh, well, look at that. It seems like they're trending somewhere, so maybe we should rank them up higher. So that's a really good example of that. And another way of thinking about it is on your website, so much smaller scale. If we were to look at this website here, all of these sites have title tags on their site, and they're all trying to rank for this keyword, landscaping companies near me. And apparently Google likes this one. We always say this, like, if you want to figure out what people like, look at Google and see what ranks at the top, because that's what Google's preferring right now. And so these businesses, you'll notice, are all using very similar title tags to try to rank for this keyword. So that affects the click-through rate. If people like clicking through that, that's a good signal to Google. Google will start ranking that website higher. And then SEOs will look at that and say, oh, Google prefers that. Okay, well, I guess that's what we need to do for our title tags. So you have to make sure and optimize for popularity signals where people like. You can't just stuff the keyword in there. You have to phrase it in a way that people actually like, so they click through. When they click through and then they read the article or whatever's on that page, and if they like it and they start clicking through more, then Google's gonna say, hey, obviously people are liking this, so I guess we'll rank them higher. So popularity is very important. All right, so in a nutshell, you got to create an organized library of content that covers all the right topics in the right way people love, that's easily accessible by Google, then find ways to make it authoritative with backlinks. It sounds simple, but it's hard to be organized as a librarian. with content that people truly love and do find authoritative. So that's what an SEO does. That's what an SEO would do for your landscaping company. If you're looking to get SEO done for your landscape company, I would love to help you. Go ahead and like and subscribe or comment on this video with questions that you have. And if you would like to, there's going to be a link that you can click on. You can go ahead and get an audit from us on your current SEO. If you're a new company, we can help you find a path to what SEO would look like as you grow from 0 to even a larger SEO company. But we can help you if you have an established website too, to do an audit on what has been done or not been done on your site. And then we can help you get to the next level and do that competitive analysis for you. So really excited to be able to share all this with you guys, and looking forward to hearing about how your businesses are growing. And thanks for tuning in today. We'll talk to you guys next time.